Today I'm going to do how-to part 2, and it's Cmotion. And you can see here I'm going from the hub, the center of gravity line, and then I'm matching that handle line, which is off your left pelvic fold. And it's really a simple motion. And if you watch carefully, you'll see in this motion between the feet aren't moving. It's up on the left heel, the right foot is down. He's just extending an arm. Head's not moving. You can see underneath the armpit there isn't moving. That's over the center of gravity that you established at address with the club, and it's the center of gravity to the club head. On the driver, it's back a couple inches. On irons, it's right off the hosel is where all the weight is. So here you can see armpit to armpit. And it looks different. It doesn't look as still. He's swinging fast armpit to armpit. And you can see more movement, more motion. But you get an idea of exactly what you're trying to do in a swing. And if I slow it down, learn to mimic this motion. That's how little children learn. They'll watch a motion and then they'll mimic it and they'll start to refine. But we're good at reacting to weight. And there is a weight. There's a club head weight. In the old days you had persimmon, you could feel it more. But you're slinging a weight around. You can think of it as on a string even. And that's what's being done in the swing. Okay, I'm not big on training aids, but I do use them in lessons and whatnot. And this is to talk about the center of gravity and also show you how do you do those motions that I just showed in those clips. And it's going to be Cmotion. So it's fairly simple. This is great because it's got all the mass here. And it also gets you can feel the shaft bending. And one thing that we don't talk about, one of the reasons I hit so long is because I'm bending the shaft. I'm taking advantage of this, okay? So I may not look like I'm swinging really fast, although there is a lot of speed at the bottom. It really is bending this back and then using the shaft to your advantage. Okay, Lee does the same thing. So okay, so I showed you that if this line matches up to your fold here, okay, the shaft will match it. Okay, so you can easily see here. You can mimic that clip. So as the mass of the driver head, the center of gravity of the driver head, where the weight is, was outside the right foot. Okay, you've got the hub matched, you've got the knee in. This leg has moved back. You can see that my heel, I'm on my heel up, so you can mimic that position. You go, okay, fine. What does that do for you? Well, make little swings. And you'll feel, especially if you have this, you'll feel the weight bending that shaft. And it's very powerful. And you just make little moves. And you stay there. Now, we say push because if you have mass and you're in front of it, you're pulling. If the mass is on the other side of you and you're behind it, you're going to push. So push from here. There's no confusion. That's just what it is. So are you pulling from here? Well, yeah. Then you're keeping very still. You're compressing into this right shoulder complex into you like this. You can feel it. you're staying steady. All you're doing is moving this left side out of the way back, and then you've loaded that shaft, you've got that angle, and you are extending this arm like this. That's all you're doing. So you look very still, but it's lots of power. I don't know if you can hear that. And I'm not doing a lot. I'm just getting in a position. This, I've got that angle, and I'm extending my right arm. You can see I'm not swinging. I'm reacting to the weight, bending the shaft. I go to the full swing. All I'm doing is I tip this left side in with my knee. But up here, you'll see that the head will point just before the ball on the target line. And then I just put it back. And react to the weight. Driver's the same. It has weight. Center mass is here. So I'm setting up. Got my hub over that center mass. And then I'm doing the same things. I'm getting here and then extending my arm. You'll notice my left foot kicks out on the outer heel like this. It's early. It's here. And that's why in that clip he looks so still. Reacting to the weight. Then the final piece is that your armpits faces on a 45. If you put a club underneath, 45 that way, 45 that way. So this is pointing back, 45 back behind me. This points out, actually, to a target that's right of your, intended flag, let's say. And then I'm lining up my feet, so from heel to toe is also 45, from my heel to my toe. So all I need to do is literally come in like this. I've got my armpit's going to go, my arm is going to straighten on that 45. And that's why we hit so straight, because the ball will always fly straight if you do that. So, just like that. And it'll go dead straight. Remember, keep your hub, keep that steady. Keep this angle with the shaft right there. A match right there. And you'll see the knee come underneath. And every single pro is doing this. Amateurs don't do it, but the pros do. And when you figure it out, and you can learn to load that shaft, and I'm just doing a vertical hinge like this. That's all I'm doing. It's just like this. Vertical hinge. And then you just let it come down. And you can see I'm not moving my head. Got lots of power. Not even taking a big swing. I ball my left side in more. You get that sweeping type of motion. And come up. It's simple. You
just have to learn to mimic.